Hi everybody, another warrior snack recipe for you. Last 3 recipes was more for common warriors, which means people with active lifestyle who needs more of like motivation to drop processed foods and move more towards whole foods. Okay, so the first 3 was more based on this and still had some carbs, still had some not so perfect combinations, but I think are still really good for most of the active common warriors, active people. But now we're gonna move more towards of meals and recipes and stuff that I use on a daily basis and more often, and that I really recommend everyone to use as often as they can, to drop all the processed foods, to drop as much carbs and as much sugar as you can, if you can, and to do meals like this really when you can and when you have options to get the stuff that I will use here. Really try to do this, because whatever your journey is, whatever training you do, whatever you do, you will understand by time. More experienced you are, you will understand that less carbs you need and more of a really wholesome, high fat, quality protein and high soluble minerals you have in the diet, and more of a quality micronutrients you have in the diet, the better for you. Okay, so let's go. It's gonna be really fast. We're gonna use these today 4 things. The first are sardines. Second is cucumber. You need to cut it like this, okay, for pieces like this. This is gonna be a replacement for regular things that people use, like breads and high carb foods that they often really wrong way combine with their protein and with their meats and anything they eat. So this will be actually a replacement. Normally I wouldn't need this, but I believe that most of people that are watching these videos will really want still to have these, because they are used to combine things. For example, take bread and put some cheese on it, or put some, as I have here, some fish on it, or some, I don't know, ham, whatever. Okay, so this is gonna be a good step for you to move from these high carb processed, you know, things from flour, like baked foods and bread, and this will be a really good replacement for you. And then we have 2 really very important oils. The first one is virgin cod liver oil, and the other is virgin butter oil, sometimes also called high vitamin butter oil. Okay, we're gonna start with sardines here. I recommend sardines and use them because I think gram to gram sardines are probably the best fish you can get, because it's not so expensive. Because inside of them, when you buy them, you have bones. I will show you. You see all these bones here? There are also organs inside, and it's not processed. Okay, they are whole, and you have these bones in them, so you are really getting a lot of calcium also when you eat it. With regular fish, you have more of a lean meats. Okay, some fat, but here in sardines you have a lot of good fat, you have a lot of omega-3, but also the minerals from the bones, and that is very important. Okay, also, as I said, they are not so expensive. They are basically ready to eat when you get them. And also, the very important thing, sardines are the least toxic fish you can get. Okay, they don't have so much or any heavy metals in them and toxins and bullshit as much as other fish, because if you get proper ones, they will be wild caught. Okay, so not getting it from big companies who are breeding them. Yeah, so it's really much better to have this instead of regular fish who are from breed houses and really not so good for you. Okay, so we will start with them. They have a lot of protein, but not so much, and that is important, because if you have too much protein, it's not good. It's the same reason why when I recommend or when I use whey protein, I don't recommend to use more scoops, Don't overdo protein. And they have calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, zinc, really a lot of minerals and all needed stuff. You will just mash them a little bit. As I said, you also have omega-3 and some good fats. Anti-inflammatory. Important thing, this meal you can use anywhere. For example, now I use it as a post-workout. And you can use it when you don't necessarily need insulin. Okay, so if you are not if you don't need to replenish so much glycogen, or you don't need to stimulate muscle growth and build muscles, this is really good because it's low carb, it's high fat, quality fat, good minerals for remineralization of your body. It's really good stuff for you. You need to mash it like this to have all the bones and everything. So you put them together with the rest of the fish and organs. And then you take cod liver oil to add even more, because cod liver oil is probably the best source of fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, also vitamin D. I put 1 whole tablespoon into it. Okay. Mix it even more. So you are adding even more fat-soluble vitamins into it, even more of omega-3 and another omegas, and you know, really a lot of good stuff. And I can tell you, you will not get anything from your minerals or high mineral foods or even mineral supplements without the fat-soluble vitamins, or we can even say hormones, because for example vitamin D is considered more of a hormone than vitamin, because these guys are absolutely necessary for any assimilation and any work of your body with the minerals. Okay, if you don't have these fat-soluble vitamins, you are not going to get and use your minerals properly in your body, and they can even do more of a harm than good. Okay, when it's mixed, I will take this butter oil. These are another really good fatty acids, but the most important, vitamin K2. Okay, now if you have vitamin A, if you have vitamin D, everything really good, but without vitamin K2, you are still not getting everything you need to have the whole puzzle. Okay, you can learn more of this information, for example, from Dr. Weston Price works and books, Dr. Weston Price organization. Try to Google it, try to find out what you can, and basically anybody who is more into nutrition will one day get into these informations, because it's really important. And high quality fat, fat-soluble vitamins and good minerals are basically the most important for your health, for alkalization and remineralization of your body, and for overall well-being and really longevity and health. And especially when you are training a lot, demineralizing yourself by training and by extreme activities, this is a must. So that's why I'm using it. And it's necessary, because as I said, all these nice minerals, even though there are some fat-soluble vitamins in the sardines, but it's not enough, especially because it's a little bit processed already. Because due to processing, these bones inside of them are soft, so you can chew them easily. And yeah, that's one process. So we will add these oils because they were processed properly without use of heat, and everything in them is in native form. So that's it. You will mix it even more. I'm using really a lot of these oils, more than people use normally, and I think you don't need so much if you are not so active. Me, I train every day, and more you train, of course more minerals are going out of your body, so I need more than regular people I think. And that's the reason why I used 1 whole tablespoon of cod liver oil and about, I would say, 2 or 3 teaspoons of butter oil. As I said, it's very simple. When it's done, it looks like this. You can call it whatever, you can call it warrior mash. I really recommend this much more than any kinds of lean meats or any steaks or anything you can imagine. Okay, this is a perfect warrior meal. Okay, this is a perfect warrior snack. You can eat it just like this, or you can do this trick. This is more for the regular people who are used to combine things together, and you can just put it on your sliced cucumber and pretend that this cucumber is your bread. Okay? So don't use your rice cakes, don't use your whatever, but use this. It's much better. It will be really tasty, you will see. And it's the best replacement you can get in the regular store for your health and also for taste. Okay, so this way you will stay low carb, you will not have blood sugar fluctuations, and it's gonna be really perfect warrior snack for you. Looks like this. And it's really tasty, and you are getting probably all the nutrition you need when you are active like me. Okay, so cheers, try this, comment on the video, and see you later with another recipes.